Breaking news. The mystery has been solved. What mystery? Why have altcoins been so poop this cycle so far? I found out the answer. No one told me. I found it out myself. The business cycle right here. 4 years ago, ISM, which is the business cycle indicator. It's the business inventory data point we use. ISM 4 years ago was below 50 for only 308 days. Okay? In our cycle, it's been below 50 for 819 days. If you're below 50, you're contracting. Above 50, expanding. So overall in the economy of Americana, 4 years ago, it was nowhere near this bad. I know we had zombie virus and then we like shot up enormously because they printed an enormous amount of money. But then we peaked early. With our cycle, look at this. We've been contracting since the end of 2022. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? It's been like this for a long time. That's why like businesses, friends, they can't think about yield and DeFi and all these other things and reflect itself in the economy when you have such a shocking amount of days below 50. However, look what happened. We are on the tick up right now. We are hoping to experience this cycle burst up. You see where we expand above it. Get it? Now, if you go back to the earlier cycles, ISM had bear market stuff here, but it wasn't above 50 for like, it wasn't contracting for that long. But back then it was retail market, man. $400 could slap a coin up 10x. You're not in that world anymore. Now we are way more closely linked because the altcoin liquidity required to move is much more in sync. That's one reason, friends. This is just reflecting. It's been specifically bad this cycle. It's been bad. And by the way, you can how can you see this? You can see this on others BTC. All right, it's actually right here. This is others BTC. See how it's been going down for a long time. Look at this. We've been just going down, 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 and down. And the fractals from before were going up. If you go back 4 years ago, we made a higher low on the others BTC and then we shot up. And then even before that, once again, it was a higher low and then we shot up again. But in our one, we made a lower low. Oh my gosh. What type of poopiness was that? Bang. See that, friends? Now, it doesn't mean it stays like that forever, but now you can see that the mystery has been solved. And it's basically, it is standard 4-year cycle stuff. It really is. It's like, it's not saying ISM directly causes it. It's just showing you like, we've been contracting for a long time. You know, you might say, oh, it's Joe Biden or it's the DEI policies. It is what it is, okay? But most important part is we're starting to tick up. We're starting to tick up and continue the 4-year cycle path upwards. And just to reiterate to you again, friends, some Pumpy G music. There are a lot of people out there, they're hustling subscribers and everyone out here just pretending to be like know-it-alls. They don't know shit, okay? That's calling for 0% rates, altcoins to crash again 90%. Okay, dude, keep having your opinion. No, your subscribers who don't know any better. This chart, very important. ISM is overlay with basically total over BTC. So altcoins as a percentage of Bitcoin's market cap. Pretty much it's similar to our others BTC. It's just, it's total to divided by BTC. All right. See how they correlate together as well? It's the business cycle, friends. The business cycle has been down this low for a long time. It's been extended in this cycle. That explains so much, right? Like, why didn't we get another DeFi resurgence last year? Why did it just go straight Solana? Solana catered to retail. I mean, it always caters to retail, but how come there's no real money that was pushed into RWA, a DeFi resurgence or anything? Why? Well, it is, look, why? Just showing you ISM's low. It's once again, friends, it's reflecting the state of the economy on the business level, medium-sized businesses. Just for some reason, it's just a bit poopy this time, you know? Like I said, you can make up any number of reasons why. You know, you can have what that opinion. Other people say it's Bitcoin focused. It's because, yeah, other people say it's because Michael Saylor's buying all the Bitcoin and the Bitcoin spot ETF is super powerful and strong. So that's why it's sucking around. You see what I mean? It doesn't really matter what the reason is. Like, why? We always think about it, but it is what it is. And we know, like, look, man, look, friends, I'm not racist, but I don't like any of you stinking bears. All right? You better watch your back around me. Ha! I believe that with a business cycle that's gone down this bad for this long, like we have, this is the ISM. Look, I'm just going to color these. Look how long we've had this. Look how long that is, man. You understand how terrible that is, friend? That is and this is 2012. Look how long it's been under 50. My gosh. This is Joe Biden, DEI, whatever it is, right? Because we've been down so long, I believe the confidence we get when we get up here, it's white swan inducing. It's nipple tweaking, nipple pegging, upside down, jelly bean eating, smoking all the nuclear herbs. Shout out to nuclear herbs out there in the PulseChain community. I think that this bounce back will be glorious because, like, our heads have been drowning under the water, friends. And they've been, you know, feeding you through a tube soy milk, which you've been rejecting so kindly. No, sir, please, not the soy. For so long. The beach ball, friends. It literally is a beach ball. Like right here. Here's your little beach ball. So eventually it's pop under the water, pop! That's what we're ready to go for. That's what we might see. Donald Pump, Ethereum comes back. Big mania, politicians are in, more adoption, multiple ETFs, White Swan, Tai Lopez launches a coin. You know, that's what we're looking for. We're hoping to end on that. In some other good news, friends, PulseChain related. So Binance, shout out to CZ, follows me. Binance and the US SEC filed a joint motion to pause the case for 60 days, saying that the new crypto task force might have implications to the court, which is great, friends. That's great, okay? It raises the odds. Judge Auntie Carroll was like, hang on, a crypto task force. I want to see what's in there because, like, you know, I guess if memes are collectibles, like, why are we trying to go after people who try to add more features than a useless meme? Why are we trying to go? That's like you're killing innovation. Yeah, that's been the whole point. Corrupt chairman Gary Gensler, not the corrupt chairman anymore. So it raises the odds. PulseChain will have a good ruling. Richard Hart will have a good ruling. And the PulseChain vibes are going to be glorious on the way up. Magical things are happening. Earlier, I showed a screenshot. PulseX flipped PulseChain's market cap, removing the origin address. What is going on here, friends? That's wild. Wait, my friends. PulseX, an aggressive buy and burn. PulseChain is a spear of the ecosystem. I know, friends, very controversial because, hey, Hex leads or whatever. Like I saw some people say, well, what's the speed? We're just words, man. It's just words to summarize. Like, we all know everything's linked to Pulse on the ecosystem. We just use these terms speed in terms of, like, if this thing is unhealthy. So as you get to see, friends, if Pulse, the price is down, everything is sickened. You know what I mean? You only have alien ecosystem ripping through the highs pretty much, right? Or first cycle unicorn pDAI and it's dribs and drabs out here. It's just harder for the whole ecosystem to move up. Actually near impossible. You need the native coin to go up. You know, especially Ethereum is a native coin as well. That hasn't been going up as well. Okay, so this is basically pDAI. You need unique stuff like that to happen. Now, you can actually check out all the core coins back here. Remember, this is pHex, friends. You look at the pHex to pulse ratio. See on the way up here, you might find Richard's just going to send this to glory. He might just literally just do something like that. So, like, he's probably calculated in his mind. It's better to pump one thing up tremendously to get everyone else on crypto and their eyes on, and then you can move the other stuff. He might have calculated it. Like, I'm just guessing. It's like instead of making everything go up 2.5x, it's better to make one thing go up 10x and the others barely move. And they are moving up with liquidity bonding, but focus more on that. And then when that swaps rotate in, and he might have figured something out. By the way, those rotations and the FOMO of everyone out here and the FOMO buying and jeeting, that's more buy and burn for PulseX. And that's lifting everything else up in the ecosystem. That's beautiful to see all this working out. We're very excited, friends. Like, we all know, man, like, whether you got a bag in Hex or not, Like, we need Hex to go up. You know what I mean? Like, that's Richard's first guy. Like in terms of credibility, it needs to be successful just to represent what's going on. Also, hopefully with that, EHEX comes around, and then ICOSA's been moving up. ICOSA's up another 18% today. That's beautiful to see. Look, friends, you don't want everything to move together. You don't. Trust me, you don't. Yeah, you want things to like splash up heaps and disconnect. You do. Because it opens up opportunity. Yeah? Like now we know ICOSA is really cheap. And the more expensive a Hex goes, you're like, oh crap, why is this thing low? Why is this slingshot leverage on Hex this low? By the way, it's up to just, it's bottoming out here. So you can see all these opportunities. The same thing with EHEX and PHEX. The PulseX to Pulse ratio is also ripping, friends, ripping. You know, that might be Richard's plan. Richard's plan might be get the PulseX to Pulse ratio up, get the Hex Pulse ratio up, all the Pulse, once the ratios are in there, then send everything. That could be it. That might be what we're looking at here. PulseX as well is still under day one SAC, 50% SAC price. There's going to be some jeets as we move to SAC price, but we'll see. Now, friends, I'm going to play some gentle angel music. I don't do this often, okay? But when I do, I'm going to catch you with my nice Pokeball again. Got you. There are a lot of people in PulseChain. You keep blaming the sharks and the whales for dumping. And look, I get it, man. I thought that way too. It's not their fault. Trust me, man. You know, you want to kill them? I want to choke them with my bare hands. But it's not actually their fault. You know, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. I made a whole post here. This is very, friends, you don't understand me. Like, I want to treat people how I want to be treated. Okay? I'm not going to use certain names out here, but there are names that people just know of. They think it's them that's causing all that pain. If we just got rid of that one person, it would all be better. Look, you don't have to believe me. I promise you, it wouldn't do anything if you got rid of them. It's not their fault, okay? So it's very easy to point fingers, but you're misguided in thinking that, okay? Because why? Because in your mind, most people's minds, they remember Hex being able to disconnect from the wider market because they're remembering, their brains are focusing on this June to September period of 2021. June to September, Hex did a 10x by itself and the whole market had topped out. Yes, that was the glory. That was the end of the run, right? It went from 5 cents to 55 cents. And your mind is anchoring to that point. During this time, Bitcoin and Ethereum already topped out and Hex community was bathing in the extremely short-lived glory. Yes? But you got to remember conditions. Hex was a first cycle unicorn back then. And we had the DeFi narrative, which was the first cycle narrative as well. And so everything alongside PulseChain Sacrifice had this like magical effect because the PulseChain Sacrifice was being run back then, yeah, as well. In this period, right, Richard already sold the top of Ethereum. So he sold Ethereum in May 2021-ish, leading up to that. And then 1 or 2 months later, now it's in June, right? Then Hex starts going up. That's this period here. So see this where the red arrow begins? That is actual everything. All you remember from Hex, that's actually it. It's just that window. Everything else has been going nowhere or down. It's just this literal, I know it's just 90-day window. But that's like most altcoins, by the way. Even though you don't think about it in your mind, but you actually go check the chart, that's what it is. Yeah, just everybody's frozen because like big things are happening, right? But today what we see is PulseChain Core coins get dumped back down because Ethereum is not high enough. But that's what I want you to understand. Because ETH BTC is at such shockingly low levels here, 0.027, because we're down here, Ethereum is 2,600. When we're expecting it to be $8,000 by this point, you know, based off Bitcoin, right? When Bitcoin 100K, we're expecting Ethereum to be closer to 10K rather than 2K, right? You poopy heads. But that's the real reason. Now, obviously, remember I showed you the mystery is solved, yeah? Mystery solved. That's why you go further. You're like, okay, Sami, why is Ethereum down? And I've shown you, oh, Ethereum's down, third cycle curse. You go, okay, what about the third cycle was a curse? The business ISM has been in the longest bear thing that we can even see on the charts in crypto. The ISM has been below 50 for like 800 plus days now. Yeah, it's just ticked up now. Now the period's done. Do you get it? Does that make sense? That now it makes sense. You're like, oh, okay, but it's a third cycle curse. You don't know where the curse is going to come from. It's just the curse is a curse. You see? Now, if Ethereum is down here, it doesn't make PulseChain look that cheap. That's why these things keep getting like unable to lift over the hurdle. Now, in your mind, you think when a price goes up, one whale selling is the cause of everything damaging. It's not, friends. It's not. All coins have sellers. All coins, even Bitcoin. Bitcoin miners, everyone's dumping. It's up to the growth of the market, the demand to come in and overwhelm them to explore new prices. That's what it comes down to. And by the way, that person, those people, they're only selling because they don't think the thing is cheap enough yet, because they're looking at the wider market. Like Ethereum, if Ethereum was $10,000, nobody's selling PulseChain down here. Good luck. Yeah. But Ethereum's closer to 2,000. In order to make PulseChain look cheap, you need Ethereum higher. Many people disagreed with me over the past 2 years, and it led their audience to believe we will disconnect on the upside. Do you remember that, friends? Everyone kept saying, we're going to disconnect with disconnect. I'm like, look, if Richard wants glory, he's going to make a disconnect, but it didn't. He probably tried to at some point. It just got sold back down. He probably tried to at one point. He probably actually tried a little bit, and he's like, oh, crap, there's actually no demand here. Because we're running too early. It's just like XRP's case, friends. Remember XRP, if you look at XRP, remember XRP, friends, they faded their whole SEC victory. It faded down back here. And everyone was saying, you're poop, you do nothing. But the answer was, you're just too early in the cycle. You just weren't ready yet. You know? And we're all blaming Ripple and everyone else out here. Just wasn't, that's it, we're just too early in the cycle. Bitcoin wasn't high enough, I guess. Basically, Bitcoin was like 30K back then. Yeah. Here's the truth. PulseChain is an EVM copy-paste. PulseX is a copy-paste of PancakeSwap. Ink is copy-paste too. Hex is now second cycle. When you add all of these up, you seeing, oh, the code, the spirit, the bridges, it's EVM. They're all linked to Ethereum. It's all linked to Ethereum, spiritually, financially, and everything. So, like, it's no wonder only pDAI, the first cycle unicorn, exhibits the disconnect pump. Now, of course, there is alien ecosystem. There is, friends, but as a whole, you know, because, like, if you try to buy every, like, type of DeFi altcoin, okay, alien wins, and then, like, the others didn't. You know, there's, like, 20 that didn't win, one did. You see how tough it is to move it up? All the odds there. But with pDAI, there's only, like, one narrative. It's a one of one. It's a future speculative stablecoin. We've never seen anything like it. You get it? Because you don't have all the imitations yet. You don't have all the copycats yet. That's why pDAI was able to do this chart while we're in a bear market in crypto. That's the most amazing thing of all. If you go check it out now. So pDAI, friends, you got to think about what, look, in this period, if you go to March, Hex is still down 30 to 50% below that price point of a year ago. But pDAI ran up from that point 12x. My gosh. So Hex peaked, I think, 1st of March. Let's actually go back and check it for, let's just be 100% true. If we go back and check it here, the chart is right here. It peaked 4th of March. You see that, friend? So 4th of March. If you want to check out his 4th of March, pDAI went up 17x. It's actually still up 5.5x. So for Hex to catch up to pDAI where it is now, Hex has to be around 15 cents. 15 to 16 cents. And right now it's only like 2 or something. If we can check it out right now, yeah, it's 2 cents. Just to show you like this, because you're a one of one, yes, it's magical, you know? But for the most part, everything else, that's pDAI, but pDAI. Weird, couldn't go to zero, weird, strange, don't know how it works, see what I mean? Like there's unknowns. It's not easy. So that's why I'm just calling on everyone, temper your expectations while ETH BTC is this low. Otherwise, you'll wear yourself out. You'll keep blaming whales for dumping. So that's it, friends. Big whales, big sharks, they're always dumping. Every ecosystem, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're always dumping. And they call it manipulation, price suppression. It's up to the new buyers to chew it up, you know. Remember that ETH at 2,500, 2,600, it's reflecting the environment of subdued demand, which is also reflected by that ISM going down, business confidence down, but now we're on the way up. So it's not all bad. Yep. Nobody thought PulseChain, especially Hex, would be this destroyed in price when Bitcoin was 100K. And then again, nobody thought Ethereum would be near $2,000 either. So that's just, we have to just accept the chaotic randomness of markets. But you got to get that L word out of your head. It's not a loss. You haven't lost. It's just down. It's volatile. So Once you get out of that mindset of like, because a lot of people go like, we've lost. No, you haven't lost, man. We're winning. We're on the path. That's what it's like. Yes, it is. Is it copium and hopium? Yes, a bit of both. Extra copium. This is the volatile and chaotic nature of markets. We just have to keep waiting more. Yes, you get it now. Mystery solved. But what do you do with the mystery? Can you do anything? Like, you did not know ISM was going to be down this. No one had any idea, dude. No one had any idea. Right? What can you do for next time? Well, just know that next time, I promise you, there will be another narrative. And it will be another BS made up reason. Okay? So let me just show you, friends, in a very family-friendly way. Let me show you others BTC. If we just repeat this cycle and others BTC goes up, wave 1, wave 2, yeah, man, somewhere deep in 2028, it'd be like beep, 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 beep. Right, we might come back here. It's a higher level floor than today. But from here, there's going to be another FUD. But like, why are altcoins down? And there's going to be something else. Something else. I go, oh, the interest rates. Oh no, this guy, Donald Trump, changed his mind on crypto. Now there's a new Democrat president or something, just whatever it is. China or just something totally you can't see coming every single time. But the charts are all the same still. It's doing a big macro uptrend. Altcoins are gaining on BTC over time. You know what else is gaining? Our levels of friendship. Press like, press subscribe, share with your friends and family. Eat your broccoli. Catch you soon.